Hello, everyone. Welcome to This is Life Yoga. I'm excited to be bringing you another video for the week. My name is Kimberly, whichever you prefer, pronounce she, her, hers. And as you can see, we're on the floor again today. However, with that said, chair is always an option for this one because we're going to be focusing on our feet today, and any of this can be done in a chair. So you get to choose floor or chair, whichever is better for your body. I'm feeling kind of floor-ish today because I feel like being close to the earth. But again, listen to your body about where you need to be. So with that said, as you very well know, you can do whatever you want during this 15 minutes or less. You can lay in Shavasana and just breathe. You could do something that you can do headstand. Whatever your body is calling for, whatever does you the best service in terms of self-care is what you need to be doing. I'm just a guide. But as mentioned today, we're going to be doing some work with our feet. So I think we walk around on our feet so much during the day, and or even just not even just walking around, but I don't think we even pay attention too much to our feet, just in general, because I don't know why, to be honest. But I think what I was hoping for today is that we do give a little TLC to our feet and remind us that the earth, because they are one of the connections to us on the earth when we're standing. When we're sitting, our butt is a connection to the earth. But regardless, we need to remember our connection to the earth and pay attention to those parts of our body too that we sometimes can forget, neglect, or ignore that serve us well. And there's many body parts that happens to. But today's the feet. So what I'm going to have you do, and you might question me, go like, Kim, this doesn't feel very yoga-like. But I'm going to have you think about what yoga actually is. It's not just asanas. Yoga is actually a whole philosophical philosophy, which I'm not going to get into here. But the idea here is that we're taking care of ourselves, getting into the body, and doing it with some mindfulness. So, if you're on the floor or in the chair, it doesn't matter. You're going to be doing the same things. So again, I'm going to attempt to mirror you. You're going to go right. I'm going to go left. So, I want you to just start by massaging your feet, if that feels good. I want you to start with, making sure to get your toes. You don't have to start with your toes, which is what I was originally going to say. But make sure you cover every part of your foot. From the tips of your toes to the back of your heel, arch, instep, all the way up to your ankle joint. And heck, if you want to get up into your calf and give your calf a little love, feel free. Remember your heel, your calcaneus bone, your Achilles tendon that runs back here. Just be gentle around it. Make sure you get back there too, though. Okay. Please feel free to pause this video on either side if you want to do more feet rubbing. Totally fine. If you want to get lotion and do lotion on your feet while you're doing this, totally fine. Okay, once you've done your massage though, 5 fingers, 5 toes, as we are very well aware, what we're going to do is use these 4 fingers. Our thumb's gonna chill over here to the side. Index, pointer finger, goes between the big toe and the second toe. And then you're gonna thread the rest of the fingers between the toes so that the pinky ends up between your pinky finger ends up between your pinky toe and your second toe to the end. That way your toes are getting stretched. So we're gonna sit here for a minute. If this becomes too much and too intense for you, it's okay. Take your hands out. Move your feet some more. This is giving our toes a little bit of a stretch. Shoes can kind of confine our toes, especially if you wear heels or something to that effect. Or a runner. Shoes feels good to give your feet a little bit of a reprieve. But regardless, and breathe. Feel free to close your eyes and go internal and listen to your breathing. Notice sensations. Or feel free to find a gentle drishti listening to the sounds in the room. Whatever feels safest and best in your body. Go ahead and start to take your fingers out of your toes. You're wiggling your toes around. And then we're going to switch sides. Same thing we did on the other side. Give the same TLC to this foot, to your left foot. And be mindful of injuries, things like that. If you so choose, totally optional. I invite you to be curious and be with the sensation. What is it like to touch your feet? To feel this part of your body. And maybe if you want to get another step, what is it like to give gratitude to your feet? But again, optional. Once you feel like you've sufficiently rubbed your feet, same deal on this foot. Point your finger between big toe and the next toe, and then the rest of the fingers follow successively, and so that you've got a finger between each toe. You may notice that one side is harder to get your fingers into. I know my right foot's since I'm nearing you, it's a little harder. There's a little bit more work on this side. But again, same thing. We'll be here for a few brief moments. If it gets too intense, feel free, pull your hand out and go back to rubbing your feet or just sitting here. Again, external or internal, yogi's choice. And even if you have your eyes closed and you feel like you need to open them too, totally fine. Maybe take another couple breaths here. And then release. And again, wiggle toes. This time, if it's accessible, it feels good. This time, maybe roll your ankles. Whether you're sitting on it or not, you can do one ankle at a time, both. One way then the other. Point and flex. That feels good and is accessible. You're gonna do one foot at a time. Or both. Yogi's choice. Okay. All right. This next is optional, so feel free to end your practice here. Or if you want to go ahead and do this next one, it does require being on the floor and can be a bit intense. So I'm going to give you that warning up front. So you can choose whether you want to end it, or just even see what it is before you end it. But what we're going to do is we're going to do a stretch for the arch. So again, I want you to be mindful if you've got cranky knees, you might want to put something underneath just to protect your knees. Maybe it's a towel, a blanket, something to that effect. You can always pause the video and do that. In a chair, this does not become possible, unfortunately. But what we're going to do is you're going to take your feet, your toes are going to be flexed, pushed against the ground. So you might be able to just even stay here, to be honest, and just get a kind of a stretch here. This is a little less intense. Puts obvious some of your weights on your upper body, not just on your back side of your body. So first stage, stay here. Okay. Still somewhat, you can should still feel a little bit in your toes and your arch. If you want to take it a step further, I'm going to go ahead and lose my head in the video. Sorry. You're going to put your weight on your heels so that you're really going to get that stretch in your arch and your toes. Okay, this is intense. We're not going to be here too long, and you can always come out of it at any time or go back here or get out of it But regardless, we'll take 2 breaths here together. And then release. If it feels good, have all your feet out, let it go, relax. All right, and then that's our session for today. Did it under 15 minutes. And then said it was all about your feet, remembering this part of your body. So maybe as you go throughout your day today, maybe pay attention to, again, if it feels safe, maybe pay attention to your feet. Maybe pay attention to your fingers, things that you don't normally notice about your body. See what you find out. Maybe show them some love and gratitude for what they do for you. You know, we go through our days so quickly. Maybe make this your mindfulness exercise for the day. But always optional, regardless. I'm glad you joined me today. Thank you so much. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Remember, bring back that culture change of self-care. Bye.